It all started innocently enough. For certain reasons, I was super stressed and irritated. And then I came across this post from one Christopher Sebastian McJetters. He described a conversation with some real estate agent warning him against buying property next to a homeless shelter. And Mr. McJetters described this innocuous encounter like a rape victim would describe a court trial where she had been humiliated and ridiculed. Which pissed me off big time. So I shared his pathetic whining and wrote a little rant about it. Why did I even care, you may wonder? Well, for a start, it's a hot button right now for me, not least because I know quite a few people who struggle to find a place to open a sanctuary, or who fight tooth and nail to keep their sanctuary running, desperate to find money to stop the roof from collapsing. So, whining about non-issues in connection with real estate issues doesn't go down too well with me. But mostly it was because Mr. McJetters and I had a few run-ins, friendly banters really, before. You see, the reason why I even care about what he says or does is because he's one of those who tries to actively discourage people from being vegan and from doing animal rights activism. He does so by telling everyone how terribly racist the vegan movement is, as if veganism was about finding new friends and not about the absolute minimum moral baseline. And as if you don't like the existing groups or individuals but still want to do activism, you can just do your own fucking thing. So rather than telling people that, he encourages them to sit on their lazy asses and wait for the world to accommodate their sensibilities before they even consider to become halfway decent human beings. Anyway, Chris then posted about my post, presenting himself yet again as a victim and trying to justify himself, which I would normally despise as a display of weakness. But then, selling himself as weak is his business model, and hustlers gotta hustle and all that. So I guess I shouldn't judge him too harshly. And then the reactions came rolling in. Oh my. Like a bunch of illiterate Muslims who have been told that their false prophet had been insulted. But the writer in me was of course thrilled. Such strong emotional responses from so many people. Isn't that what we as writers all strive for? To touch our readers at their cores? So yes, I am deeply moved and grateful that so many people made the effort to let me know how my humble little text made them feel. That they shared their thoughts and feelings and let me catch a glimpse of their true nature. And, lest I be accused of downplaying or ignoring the vast and important contribution of colored people to my work, I also want to thank Christopher Sebastian, or Basti. Actually, may I call you Basti? Here in Bavaria, that's a loving short-term form for Sebastian. Okay, Basti then. Thank you, Basti, for supporting a fellow writer and alerting your audience to me, despite our huge differences, not just in opinion, but also in morality and character. So, the following is my way of showing my appreciation and gratitude to all of you. I hope you enjoy it. Now, to begin with, I am particularly moved by this one person's reactions. She, he, it, I sure don't want to assume anything. didn't just comment. She made even the effort to send me a personal message via Facebook. Thank you so much. You are a complete and total piece of stale, useless shit. You should seriously be ashamed and embarrassed for yourself. You're vegan, but not a good person. Ashamed and embarrassed, huh? Well, I guess that's only just because after all I'm as ugly on the inside as you are on the outside. Cunt back, bitch. Said this person, by the way. People like her are a cancer, along with her supporters who hurt animals, not help them. Ouch. But I do wonder, where the heck are my supporters? I mean, other than friends who support me morally, emotionally, with dirty humor and the occasional bottle of wine. But, of course, as we all know, cancer is not contagious. So I consider this next one to be a bit of hyperbole. Such a person has no business being near other animals or humans in any context. And how about this one? She's a toxic person or Russian bot. I can assure you I am no bot, Russian or otherwise. And as regards the toxic person bit, let me tell you, a bit of toxicity is actually good for you. It trains and strengthens your immune system. So yeah, I guess I can live with that. Which is why I find those next two to be a bit over the top, really. So, I looked at her profile, and I really just wanted to go play on a busy freeway. I am so sorry she and so many others have treated you with so much hatred and nastiness, Christopher Sebastian. She talks all that shit online, but I guarantee you, she'd piss herself if you ever confronted her in person. I'm sorry you had to read that bile. Christopher Sebastian, even if she had never typed the horrible comments above, her cover photo tells me all I need to know about her. She's racist and imperialist. Now that is the 21st century for you, ladies and gents. Because you are racist and imperialist if you're not a rabid Jew hater. Anyway, this is called Males of Hate and Crazy Love. So let's cover the crazy love bit. I'm so sorry, Christopher. I'm taking at face value that you are coping okay with this right now, but I am personally shaking with rage that anyone would treat you like this. And I'm guessing that you've already heard it all. But I do know that this kind of mean-spiritedness comes from a poverty of spirit that thankfully you will never understand, because your heart and mind are incapable of such closure. If I were more evolved, I'd feel pity for these women, but nope. Meanwhile, I can't wait for you to find the perfect nest because you so fucking deserve it. Wait, did you just say women? Did you hear that? Did you just assume my gender? More crazy love. Why are you feeling the need to defend yourself from this bully? She needs to mind her own damn business. Why do you bother her? Because she doesn't have the intelligence to write a Facebook post, let alone make money off educational material. She's not worthy to speak your name. Oh Lord, I'm not worthy that thou shouldest enter under my roof. But speak the word only, and my soul shall be healed. Of course you know what's coming now, right? Oh, Christopher, Sebastian, McJettas, which is probably how she speaks his name. Just like all those other females who fawn about him and rush to his rescue. In vain, by the way, because, just like me, he's not into pussy. He's into cock. Oh, are you interested in his answer? I feel ya. But this is less about defending myself and more about raising awareness of the bigoted double standard we apply in the mainstream community. In this case, quite obviously, but more often unconsciously. Devaluing the work of black and brown people helps the institution of white supremacy to stay intact. Well, I beg to differ, Christopher. Oh, Basti, sorry. Because I think with this little video, I've at least done my part in dismantling white supremacy. I have valued your work. Finally, a true piece of art. Pure poetry, masterful spoken word, which captures the very core of intersectionalism. This is what it truly is about. So, I will finish with this little diamond, and in hope that it leaves you with the right impression. This bitch can die screaming in a fiery car crash. Pathetic piece of shit. Racist, scraggly-haired crybaby. Is this that same nasty bookface shit stain that was trying to harass